Hi, I'm Jason with Fresh Start Detail. I'm a professional detailer for the last 30 years. And there's something on these cars that every now and then shows up that I get asked all the time what it is. And I finally got a car that has some of these dots on them. That's a great example. Let me show you. It took me years to figure out what this was, even before the internet. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'll show you several. You got dot right there. Up here is better. See that? There. See that? I know you've seen them, and they're a raised bump. Let me show you what happens when you scrape it off with your thumbnail like that. They'll come off. They come off the glass pretty easy. Another one. No, you've seen these. What is that? Those are called artillery fungus. That's right, artillery. And it's because it's a fungus, and then this is like the spore, I guess. Maybe it's not the spore, but see, it comes off like that. But they're like a waxy thing. So the issue is they get on your paint, and then they stick around because they don't come off real easy. These came off easy, but the ones on the paint, like here's one down here, that's going to take some work to get that off without scratching the paint. And so what it is, it's a fungus that lives in wood. So like think of like bark dust, things like that. And they spread by shooting out these balls, okay, whatever they're called. I don't know if they're spores, but these little balls. And then they'll propagate from there. So if you have these, that usually means you're next to wood, old rotten wood. So here in the Pacific Northwest, where I'm at, we see this a lot, usually only on one side of the car because it's where you park. Maybe you got an old wooden fence or something like that, or trees that these things live on and shoot on. So it's artillery fungus. To get them off your paint, just be very careful. Don't go scratching on it super heavy because they don't come off as easy as it seems like they should. So see, I'll just barely take my fingernail. I mean, I'm just barely, scraping on here to get that off. And that's to do it safely. Otherwise, I see it all the time where somebody says, I don't know where all these scratches. In fact, this one right here, see that little halo around there? It's exactly what it is. This owner has tried to take this off, and I can tell because this is rubbed a little. And they've caused a little bit of damage on the paint, and they still didn't get this off. So now we'll be able to take this off. See, I'll just do it with my fingernail. Very lightly. Again, there's like no pressure. And then now I'll polish this, and I'll get rid of that. But if you're doing it at home, using clay can help. But even clay, may not be worth buying a clay bar just for that purpose. But anyway, just so you know, that's what it is. Soap and water is not going to work. Degreaser is not going to work. Acids aren't going to work. That's why they're so tenacious and they stick around, is because they hang on. The good thing is they're not especially corrosive to your paint. In other words, unlike other things like tree sap that's on your paint or bug splatters or things like that that can leave permanent damage, these things usually don't. The damage is caused by us, owners scraping on it and rubbing on it and can't figure it out and scratching on it and stuff. So anyway, there's your primer on artillery fungus.